Should you buy a used 2020 Maserati Levante? Now let's take care of the elephant in the room. That's gotta be the most blackest name I've ever heard in my life for any car. Like, it don't get any blacker than Levante. But when you really look at the Maserati Levante, this thing looks pretty cool. For example, look at this bold front grille. You also have that Maserati logo, and this one has the active grille shutters. Really nice styling down below. Fog lights are pretty high up next to the headlights, and 21-inch wheels blacked out, and they're wrapped in Pirelli tires. Now, how wide are they? And they're not that wide, actually. I was actually surprised by just how not wide they were. They're 265, 40, 21 out front, and pretty much the exact same out back. And the front brakes are even less impressive, but it is a Maserati, and it does have that luxury flair. And when you look out back, it does have a quad exhaust, and it does have an active exhaust. Take a listen. I'm not sure if you guys noticed the difference, but that exhaust got a little bit louder when you turn on the sport mode. Now, I didn't mention it does have rear parking sensors, and because this is a crossover SUV, let's go ahead and see just how much space is in the rear. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not wide, it's not tall, but for the design and styling of this, I would give it an A+. Oh look, this thing was $98,000 brand new. To be exact, $98,485. Be sure to pause it, because I'm not going to go over all this. Now, as I said earlier, this thing is used, right? I'm here at Larry H. Miller, and they have it for sale. Is buying a Maserati Levante Grand Sport a bad idea? I would venture to say it depends on who you're asking. Now, obviously, Maserati has never been known for reliability. And, well, let's talk about pricing real quick, and then we'll come back to this point. Larry H. Miller has this Levante priced around $45,000. Now, you guys can see here, it's only had one owner since the time it was purchased. And they drove 28,000 miles, so about 10,000 miles a year. So, in my opinion, I feel as though this would be a good buy, because it was regularly serviced, but I don't see where they show what was actually done to it. But I'm pretty sure it's just oil changes, tire rotations, things like that for the most part. Right here it shows that at 18,000 miles they had a good amount of things done. Front brake rotors were replaced, front brake pads were replaced, and oil and filter change. So that was a pretty big service there, and it's kind of concerning that your brake pads and rotors were replaced at 18,000 miles. So that's pretty typical for luxury vehicles, so just keep that in mind. Let me get this straight. This is basically a 4-year-old, one owner, $100,000 luxury SUV. And all they want is $45,000 for it? I mean, that's a good deal, guys. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge fan of red, but for this to be 98 grand and now it's 45, that seems like a bargain. And I didn't mention this earlier, but it has smart key system for the front and rear doors. And let's check out the interior. Like, look at the sport pedals. Sport pedals down below. Looks to be a 12-way driver's seat, including the lumbar support. Nice grille speakers. Has a premium sound system, Bowers and Wilkins. Well, these buttons look kind of familiar. But seat memory is right there. And I mean, the seats have nice bolstering too. Nice bolstering. And they give you like a kick plate on the side for the gas pedal there. I mean, this is done right. And look at these huge paddle shifters. I mean, those are huge, aren't they? So, when you get inside, you really start to notice that this is definitely a Chrysler product. Definitely a Chrysler product. And Maserati is not known for their reliability. And 28,000 miles, that's low miles for a 4-year-old vehicle. I would venture to say that this thing should have been probably priced around 60, 65, but that's the negative about Maseratis. They depreciate really fast. Now, I'm going to say something that I'm not allowed to say, but I'm going to say it anyways. Anytime you see these ultra luxury vehicles like Maserati, Porsche, Panamera, Cayenne, or even the Land Rover, Range Rovers, Jaguar, these vehicles depreciate so fast when they get so close to the factory warranty ending. When I worked in finance years ago, I had a Land Rover come in. It was pretty much out of factory warranty, and I looked it up in our system for warranty because a lady wanted to buy warranty with it, and I didn't blame her. For a bumper to bumper, which we called comprehensive at the time, it was $18,000. Now, I thought it was a glitch. This can't be right. That's what I thought in my head. This cannot be right. So I called my guy who was a rep for our warranty, and he said, that's actually pretty good. I'm like, are you kidding me? 18 grand for a warranty? I was like, I can't sell this. The bank wouldn't even finance this. He says, well, based on the amount of, claims we have, the pricing is actually going to be going up to about $24,000 within the next quarter. So he says, if the lady wants it, just let her know the price is going to continue to go up. So I was able to sell a powertrain warranty, because that's really what she really wanted covered, for $8,000 for 2 years. So yeah, owning something like this is truly the roll of the dice. You might get one of these and never have a single issue with it. Or you will be like most people who buy these and have nothing but problems. We're gonna drive this, but before we do that, let's talk about the powertrain. Now, one thing I do like about these luxury vehicles, especially the high performance ones, they always give you 2 latches for the hood versus the 1. I do like that. Now, this is a 3-liter twin turboed V6. It's gonna be good for 345 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed transmission. Let's see how it performs. One thing that you can't get in a Lexus or in any well-known, reliable car is the feel that you get in this. The seats, the suspension, the braking feel, everything's just really done well. And even the sound you get. Let's go ahead and put it in sport mode, and let's go ahead and tighten up the suspension. I didn't mention, but this does have air suspension, so it does go up and down. But yeah, when you hit the gas, it just is so responsive. Ooh. See, that's why you buy something like this. This will put a smile on your face every time. And is it worth the hassle? Depends on who you are. Let's see what the 0 to 60 is. Here we go.
30. 60. Quarter mile.
That didn't seem that great, did it? 6.9 seconds. 0 to 60. It's not bad though. But I think what you really get with this package is the performance, the sportiness. Like, it feels tight, feels secure. Love the downshifts. And when you do the upshifts, it has like this like burping sound, which sounds so good. I think that for the money, I think $45,000 is probably worth it, because you basically are out of that depreciation now. It's always going to continue to depreciate, but for right now, I think it should still have factory warranty. And if it doesn't, I'll put it here in the video if it doesn't have that 60 or 70. But let's go ahead and do just one more launch. The seats are very comfortable. They are ventilated too. I'm holding about 4,000 RPMs. Go around this curve here. Oh yeah, it sounds so good. Yeah, it sounds really good. It's like a performance SUV. And so if you're looking for something that's gonna be fun to drive, like if you're looking at a Lexus RX and this, yeah, you're gonna get more reliability with the Lexus, don't get me wrong. But like I said, you're not gonna have the air ride suspension, you're not gonna have the active exhaust, you're not gonna have the just overall more appealing setup for the exterior. But the interior is definitely the thumbs down. I think this is not good at all for the kind of money that you have to spend. I do like the fact that you have the sport tune suspension in this, and I like that it just handles well. Like, this is what you want when you're spending this kind of money. Like, if I were to buy this brand new and put in my business name, actually I don't know if you can even write this whole thing off, but if you could, this would be the perfect setup for someone because it's going to depreciate, right? And while it's depreciating, you get to write it off and not pay as much taxes. Now if you downshift it, downshift down third gear. Oh yeah. It's not fast. It's definitely not fast. But it's quick. It's quick enough. Now, in case you were wondering, you can write this off in your business. It's over 6,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating. 21 by 9-inch wheels, so they're pretty wide. So you can put a little bit more meatier tire. And then here are just some more specs here. There's another one. Now, in closing, should you buy something like this? If it were me, oh wow, these brakes are really touchy, by the way. Oh my goodness, very touchy brakes. But yeah, if I were buying this for myself, I'd pay cash. I would not finance something like this. I would just buy this simply to, you know, just have something to drive that's fun, you know, and I just look at it like this. Someone already paid a lot of the depreciation for me. This thing was $98,000 and I get to have it for $45,000.